Hey everybody, David here, just wrapping up a class at the Wizard Academy with Scott Fraser, who was one of the instructors that I brought my 12-year-old daughter Irene to this class called Money, Sense, and Kids, right? Or did I
Well,
get the
actually,
name?
Common Sense for
Common
Kids.
Sense for Kids. Yeah, we've been kind of brain fried doing exercises and just enjoying ourselves a whole lot. So as for DG's daily dose for today, I asked Scott if he'd be willing to share what's been your highlight of today or the program you just taught.
Well, my highlight is always when the kids have a takeaway, when they have an epiphany. We do this class just to help the kids move along and to grasp something that they can take away. And each and every one of the kids was able to grasp something that they were going to take away, and it was going to help them in life. Because these, Common Sense for Kids, yeah, it's a little bit about money, or a lot about money, and learning about the attitude of money, but it's long term. It's their life skills that they learn.
Yeah. So what's one of the things that because it was parents and their kids in the class, which was really neat, a really neat dynamic. One of the things that I walked away from was you shared a slide that was a quote from Roy Williams that essentially the wizard, the wizard of ads, that basically I don't remember the exact numbers, but it turns out that there are 10 billion. What is? Yeah.
Well, actually, it's 100 million sensory receptors. Right?
Uh-huh.
So touch, taste, feel, smell. So we have 100 million sensory receptors in our body, but we have 10,000 billion synapses in our brain. So we are 100,000 times more capable of living in a world that doesn't exist than one that does. And so what is that meant to bring out in the kids? What do we hope that they grasp from that? Is that the mental part of their game, of their life, is, they can take that and they can expound on that. And they're more capable of creating things than they ever believed possible. So 10,000 billion synapses. We're 100,000 times more capable of living in a world that does not exist. So we're talking creativity. We're talking writing books. We're talking business ideas.
Vision.
We're talking vision, yeah.
Imagination,
all of
innovation. It all starts here. Even the gorgeous building we're in. If you just, this is a 4 or 5 story building. We can go up to the top in a few minutes and take a look at. This is a 20+ acre campus, all with over $2 million worth of improvements on it. All of the improvements are made to look like a medieval castle that's scholarly and just absolutely gorgeous, filled with precious art. And it was all donated by past students of the academy.
That is correct.
So unlike anything I've ever seen before, and all of that started in the mind. And your background is in being a coach and coaching hockey, right?
Yeah, I'm a hockey and a soccer coach, and that's part of my background. I'm an entrepreneur. I have several businesses, and,
right.
I've bought and sold businesses,
Yeah.
and so I bring this to the academy, the coaching side of it, because I've kind of discovered ways to inspire kids. I call it, what I do, I call it the inspiration sandwich, and we just, motivation can be either negative or positive. Mm-hmm. Inspiration can only be positive, right?
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
Yeah,
So to that point, one of the things that really grabbed me, because then you had a follow-up piece that really allowed me to capture the idea that we have more receptors and neurons for our internal world than for our sight, sound, touch, feel, and smell. What I started thinking about intuitively was how I could make my internal world more vivid, and that will create a more vivid external world, and it'll make my reality better in the physical realm. But then I realized that there's been times when I've struggled with visualizing, because I've always looked at it as something that's just a rote thing to just kind of do over and over and over and over again. And I didn't quite get it until you started sharing some of the principles and concepts and techniques on how to make it not only interesting and engaging, but I ran through an idea that gave me goosebumps, you know, based on what you said. So we started talking about Roger Bannister. So would you share with folks, like, you know, everybody's heard about Roger Bannister breaking the 4-minute mile. And the piece that everyone always talks about is the day after Roger broke the 4-minute mile, within a few hours, somebody else broke it, and now it's pretty normal. But the part most people haven't heard.
Yeah. Well, and then the question I'll ask you is, who was the second one?
No idea.
Nobody knows. Right?
That's another. You're just filled with all these nuggets, or you just. I can tell you're a coach.
Yeah. So, but I mean, he was the number one guy, you know, and they said to him, you know, because they had all sorts of reasons why you couldn't run the 4-minute mile. Your head was going to blow off. Your heart was going to explode. You know, your kidneys were going to explode out of the sides of your body. You know,
people were looking at all the reasons why you couldn't do it.
Yeah. And so they said to Roger, you know, how did you do it? And he said, well, I 49 times I broke the 4-minute mile in my mind. The 50th time I broke it on the track. Right. And so, you know, he visualized and visualized. And I can tell you that it wasn't 49 times over 10 years. It was 49 times that day, right, that he visualized. And so, and you know that he probably did it 49 times the day before and 49 times the day before, right? But the key here is that he persevered. He just kept doing it. He kept visualizing till it happened, right? And he did make it happen, right? So the power of visualization.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. And just, you know, I wish we had time to share some of the techniques, but you'll just have to register for the next time.
Absolutely.
That dollars and cents is taught at the Wizard Academy.
And we'll share those techniques with you.
Talk about a teaser. So with that, I'm gonna go up to the rooftop. You want to go to the rooftop?
Absolutely, I love the rooftop.
And we'll give people kind of a.
Actually, we're walking this way to the rooftop.
Oh, you want to walk that? I figured we'd go out that door since there's still some construction going on up here.
Oh, okay. So can we make it this way?
Yeah, I think we can.
All right. This is an amazing spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's let's.
Make it in.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So look at that.
Yeah, this is the 5th floor of the tower, right? So this is the McGinnis Star Deck. And this right here represents, see how this kid is dreaming? He's right here reading and he's visualizing.
I'm going to make sure you can see him.
Right? Around the world. So this is what he is thinking. This is what he is dreaming.
Wow. You know what? I've been up here several times, and I actually saw him last night and didn't make the connect, and I've been up here multiple times, and I just thought, oh, it's neat. You know, look at that. Hopefully you can see this is the Texas Hill Country, and it's in all its glory. Quite the view. All the way around, and I've been up here multiple times, and I just figured it was just a really nice statue, and the Wizard Academy is just filled with, you know, was it 200 different instances of symbolism like this?
200 different what we call Easter eggs of symbolism. Yeah, around the Wizard Academy, and some of it was thought up by the alumni of Wizard Academy, and some of it, a lot of it was Roy and Penny Williams.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we'll leave you with that, and this one last piece here.
The sword.
The sword and the stone.
That's right. And remember to let them know that from that plaque down there, if you look straight up over the sword, at night you will see the North Star, which is the only star in the sky that doesn't move, and that's why we navigate around our North Star, and everybody needs a North Star to navigate by.
And where's the plaque?
The plaque is right down on the ground.
See if we can. Hopefully you'll be able to see it later.
Yeah.
When I edit it.
Okay, you've got the lions. And,
yeah. All right. We'll catch you later. Thanks for watching.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
That was cool.